Oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, ow, 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 ah, ah. In 1556, Humayun passed away. Akbar succeeded Humayun. He was 13. Akbar had a regent named Bairam Khan. Hemu, who was Sher Shah Suri's associate, was provided an opportunity due to Humayun's death to defeat the Mughals. Hemu's army marched and drove the Mughals out of Bayana, Etawah, Bhartana, Bhiduna, Lucknow, Sambhal, Kalpi, and Narnaul. On November 5th, 1556, the Mughal army and Hemu's army meet in Panipat. Akbar and Bairam Khan stayed in a rear 8 miles from the battleground. Akraman. Oh. The elephant in which Hemu was riding was later on captured by the Mughal camps. Bairam Khan said to Akbar to behead Hemu, but he didn't behead Hemu. Then Bairam Khan persuaded Akbar to touch Hemu's head with a sword, after which Bairam Khan executed Hemu. Hemu's head was sent to Kabul. In 1560, Bairam Khan retired and Akbar took the governorship in his own hands. In 1561, he first attacked Malwa. He was going towards the Hindu Rajputs inhabiting the rugged hills of Rajputana region. Akbar made a policy of conciliation and conquest. In 1562, when Raja Bihari Mal of Amber in present-day Jaipur, threatened by a succession dispute, gave his daughter Harkabai to Akbar for marriage, and Akbar accepted the offer. Raja Bihari Mal acknowledged Akbar's suzerainty and his sons prospered in Akbar's service. Akbar followed the same feudal policy towards the other Rajput chiefs, and they were allowed to hold their ancestral territories provided that they acknowledged Akbar as emperor, paid tribute, supplied troops when required, and conclude a marriage alliance with him. The emperor's service was also open to them and their sons, which offered financial rewards as well as honor. But those who refused to acknowledge his supremacy, Akbar showed no mercy. Akbar had a protracted fight in Mewar and he captured the historical fortress of Chittor, which is now known as Chittorgarh, in 1568, which took place during Uday Singh II's reign. Akbar massacred the inhabitants there. Even though Mewar did not submit, the fall of Chittor prompted other Rajput Rajas to accept Akbar as emperor in 1570 and to conclude marriage alliances with him. In 1572, Akbar sent many diplomats to Maharana Pratap, who was Uday Singh II's son and successor, to become a vassal like many other Rajput leaders in the region, but they were unsuccessful. In 1576, took place the Battle of Haldi Ghati between the army of Maharana Pratap and Akbar's forces, which were led by Man Singh I of Amber. Akraman! It was a 4-hour-long battle between the Mughals and Maharana Pratap's army. In the war, the Mughals faced heavy casualties and Maharana Pratap ran away from the battlefield. Subsequently, Akbar led a sustained campaign against Maharana Pratap, and soon Goganda, Udaipur and Kumbhalgarh were all under his control. Pressure was exerted by the Mughals upon Maharana's allies and other Rajput chiefs, and he was slowly but surely both geographically and politically isolated. The Mughals' focus shifted to other parts of the empire after 1579, which allowed Maharana Pratap to recover much of the lost territory in the western parts of his kingdom. Chittor and the rest of eastern Mewar continued to remain under Mughal control. During the reign of Akbar, he expanded the Mughal Empire. His reign included Punjab, present-day Rajasthan, Malwa, present-day Pakistan, Bengal, Gujarat, Kalinjar, Odisha, Kashmir, Kandahar in present-day Afghanistan, and Ahmednagar. This is about the expansion. Do you know he respected all the religions and he built Ibadat Khana? Akbar found Fatehpur Sikri, which is in present day Uttar Pradesh. He had love for art and literature. In Akbar's court, there were 9 jewels known as Navratnas. They were Birbal, Raja Badse, Raja Todarbal, Faizi, Abul Fazl, Mia Tajsaid, Bulla do Piazza, Fakir Aziuddin, and Abdul Rahim Khane Khada. During Akbar's reign came the Jagirdari and the Mansabdari system. In the Jagirdari system, there was assignment of revenue of a particular territory to the nobles for their services to the state, continued under the Mughals also. Under the Mughals, the areas assigned were generally called Jagir and its holders Jagirdars. The Mansabdari system was the administrative system introduced by Akbar in 1571 in the Mughal Empire. The word Mansab is of Arabic origin which means rank or position. Hence, Mansabdari system was a system of ranking the government officials and determined their civil and military duties along with their remunerations. Raja Todarmal devised many land revenues during Akbar's reign. In 1605, Akbar passed away in Agra due to dysentery.